Welcome to part 2. Hopefully you stuck around from part 1 to see what else came. If you didn't watch part 1 and you came straight to part 2, why would you do that? I don't even know what to say about that. You should go back and watch part 1 first. But I suppose it really doesn't matter. It is 1:21 in the morning on a Saturday morning. And I was really hoping this box would come a lot sooner, closer in proximity to the other box in part 1. However, the box didn't come until Friday, late Friday afternoon, and I'm a day sleeper, so I didn't really get it until just a few minutes ago. What's in this box? This came from Dustin Wunderlich of Dustin Fish Tanks YouTube channel and fishtanktv.com website. He also sells plants on Aquatic Jungles. And this was a Dustin's plant pack. And basically what that is a flat fee, $50 in this case. Dustin picks the plants for you. He's got like a little survey thing or like a little questionnaire that you fill out, and what you pay $50 plus $10 shipping, and he goes in and he's got like various fish tanks and ponds. He's not a store or anything. He's just kind of a guy who runs a side business on his own. And you answer the questions, and he picks the plants for you. And in this case, I botched the order up pretty good, and I forgot to fill out the questionnaire, so I sent him an email with information about my tank. I told him 150 gallons, tall tank, pressurized CO2, definitely warmer water in the summer, for reasons we'll go into later. But warm water, tall tank, need some warm plants, or plants that'll survive warm water. And that'll go tall, especially the ones in the back. So, pressurized CO2, lots of light. And here's what he picked out for me. It's, you can see the plants a little worse for the wear after spending, I think it's about 4 days in a box, 4 or 5. I think he said the sticker on the box says it went out on the 20th. So, 4 days, 5 days, whatever the date is right now, I don't remember. But here's the first plates of stuff. I got it kind of all separated here, and that's a big plate of jungle val. Let's look how tall that is. Oh, yeah. It's tall. Let's flip it over, see what happens there. Look at that. Nice and tall. It'll look good in the back. Roots, I'll get up on the roots a little bit. Roots, definitely a little darker. There's some white in there. They should hopefully come back, but look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bundles total of jungle val. So, not bad. And then, move over, we got some, looks like some Java fern. Real good looking. Tall, real green. Hopefully it'll stay that way in my tank. Let's see what happens. Nice little bottom. So, probably get that tied off to some driftwood or something in the tank, and with the other 2 small bunches that I got in there, and we'll see. Hopefully that takes off as well. And then over other plate. Looks like a nice plate of some dwarf satch. And roots look good. Look at, the roots are nice and white. Some of the leaves, obviously, of course, have been punished through the mail, but that's all right. I presume that will come back relatively easily. The roots, of course, you can see are in good shape, so they should take pretty well, I'm thinking. After a melting period, probably everything's going to experience a nice melting period. That jungle val is probably going to melt almost entirely, but hopefully it comes back. I mean, I did just spend $50, so I would stink if nothing came back, But there it is, and a lot of that can get broken up even if I want to and spread that out in the tank. But That's a good amount of dwarf sash. That's a pretty healthy start. If it grows, it'll spread, and the whole bottom of the tank is going to be covered most likely. It's a pretty good start. And if we get this, I just spilled. Good thing it's 1 in the morning, because I just spilled again. I'll have a chance to get all this cleaned up in the morning before the wife shows up. She wouldn't be happy. And there's a plate of little swords. I'm not quite red sword of some kind. I don't know exactly. The leaves are supposed to be red, so they're not that dead, but still a little worse for the wear. I don't know if this is the same species, just a little baby version. I'm not sure. I don't think so. I don't know. Again, for all the YouTubers out there, the ones of you watching, I'm still not very good with plant species names, so feel free to throw it in. This guy, I think, is a rhizome. And if this guy is like every other plant that has a rhizome, I think I've got a couple in my tank that have been planted wrong. I need to get the rhizomes maybe out of the dirt. That might explain why they haven't done anything in almost 3 weeks. So, that's good. I'm kind of forgetting my rules of plants. I've kept a planted tank before, 29 gallon, and it actually did really well, but I must have done really well accidentally because I don't know anything. And then here is another, I'm thinking this is just a regular Amazon sword, which I have a whole bunch of them in my tank right now. I will plant this guy, of course. I'll let him grow. Just another plant in there to take up nutrients, and when all those Amazon swords grow, I'll have some plants to give away to some other plant owners out there. But $50 plus $10 shipping, and I got all this, and that's a pretty healthy start. Hopefully it all comes back pretty soon. I'm going to get to planting, and then still the Saturday video to come hopefully later, as I'll kind of get a view of the tank with everything planted, fish in it, plants, and see what it looks like when I'm all through. See you then. Alright, welcome back to present day. It's currently Tuesday afternoon. Pay no attention to the man in the reflection. He's not important. He's not even there. Just disregard him. But as you can see, everything's looking pretty good. The fish, really happy with the fish. They're doing great. It took them a couple days, but they're eating great now. They've been schooling great ever since they got in there. Just doing what tetras do, and they look fantastic doing it. I think they've adjusted pretty well so far. I've had a couple losses. I lost one on the second day just because I guess he just didn't handle the stress of the whole shipping and everything else. I lost another one for sure during the first water change. Even before I started taking the water out and putting new water in, I think just me messing with the tank and just being near the tank with my hands in it, moving everything around, I think the stress might have been too much. But that one definitely died. There was 2 others. They didn't look like they were doing so well, but I never found them. They could be underneath a plant or a rock, or they could be buried under some substrate that I kicked up. Who knows? I did not find them though, so I know there's 2 confirmed gone for sure. There may be a couple others still in there, but that's just going to be a fact of life. Once these plants start taking off, fish are just going to kind of disappear on me, and I imagine I'll never find them. It is what it is. But for now, the fish are doing great. They're eating great. I'm extremely happy with them. I love cardinal tetras. I think they look fantastic in a planted tank. And once my water clears up and the plants grow and the duckweed's off the surface so the light can get down there, those guys are going to look fantastic. The plants, they're definitely showing some great signs of improvement. This guy here, if you watched my first couple videos, I wasn't really sure about this guy. Wasn't dying, but I wasn't sure if it was doing anything. But looking at it today, it's definitely taller. Leaves at the top, freshly opened. Looks green and thick and good. And check it out. See if the camera's going to pick it up. Let me get my finger in there. Check it out. Some stems, some baby stems right there coming off. So, I mean, we're definitely moving and grooving with this guy. He's growing, spreading, and looking good. So that's a great sign. Check out the jungle val here in the corner and all along the back wall, really. but it's melting, and I think that's pretty much normal for Jungle Val. The shipping and the new water and such, it's pretty much going to melt away. I'm going to have to kind of trim that back maybe soon and get all that junk out of there. But check this out. Look at that right there. Let me get my finger in there again. Boom, right there. From Saturday morning to Tuesday, and we got a new runner right there already. New runner, new growth, positive signs of life in there. That's fantastic. Dwarf Sag, kind of the same story. They're melting a little bit, but if you get down and dirty with it and you look real close, signs of life are everywhere. Check out new growth right there, the leaf that's kind of curled over, brand new. Right there at the bottom, curled over, brand new, same thing. Back there, new growth, just from Saturday to Tuesday. So, and there's another guy right there at the bottom too, same thing. All brand new plants came in from Dustin's package, all the dwarf sage came together. And from Saturday to Tuesday, some meltage, but new growth, and that's the important part. Gotta have the new growth. That's signs that we're doing something right. Java fern looks fantastic. Gotta be honest. It shipped pretty well. I tied as much of it to that piece of driftwood in the middle there and just kind of left it be a, I don't know, a centerpiece for now, but looks great. Not really spreading that I can tell, but doing good, so not gonna complain. Got this guy over here. Deb provided me a species name for it. It's a scientific name that I'm not going to attempt. So for future reference, we're just going to call this Taiwan. And it's doing pretty good. You can see lots of new growth there, some new leaves right there. New one about to pop right there. Some new guys along the bottom down there. And I don't remember planting this guy here. So it's possible that he's starting to kind of spread out a little bit. They're not growing tall, but they're definitely spreading and growing, so that's good. That leaf's dying. Seems like I lose a leaf every time I do a water change. I don't know if that's normal. I don't remember that happening last time I had them, but whatever. Cut it off. The rest look good, and it grows. Amazon swords, the old one's doing good. Big Daddy in the middle is really starting to come back. He was huge before I kind of scalped him, so he's going to come back big. One over here, pretty much not doing much of anything. Again, all the nutrients for him are kind of going to the babies that I still haven't cut. Look at the roots. Those guys are ready to be planted at any time. It's so dark over here in this corner with this duckweed. Can't wait for these plants to take off so I can trim that duckweed back. But anyway, those Amazon swords are ready to be planted now, but I got a new one from Dustin too, plus the two I already had. Kind of got an ample supply. We'll see. See what we do with them. Got a red sword back there. It's kind of melting. It's not looking fantastic, but it's part of the process. Hopefully that guy comes back, because that's going to be a great contrast there with the swords and the wall of Jungle Val back there. He's going to stand out. He's going to look pretty good. But all in all, this tank, I'm pleased. Signs of growth everywhere. Oh yeah, check that guy out. I want to talk about that guy too. That was just two stems in my last video, but clearly you can see he's definitely kind of spreading his wings right here. So, good. I mean, there's positive signs everywhere. But I'm going to make sure I get back on my normal schedule now, since I don't anticipate too many boxes coming in the mail anymore. So I will be back on Saturday with a progress update, of course. Check in then if you're interested. Hope I'm giving you guys what you're after as far as a fish tank video. But check back on Saturday. There's going to be more. Appreciate you stopping in. See you later.